Yo! What is up, everybody? Welcome in. It's time to talk about Saw. It is my favorite time of the week. It's Saw time, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got some very exciting stuff to talk about tonight. As most of you already know, Saw 11, Saw XI, to answer your question, Gamer2K plays, means 11. It has been announced. It's official. We pretty much knew it was going to happen after Saw X's box office run, but now we have the confirmation, which is exciting stuff. We're going to talk all about it. I want to hear all your crazy theories. I have mine, and you guys probably heard it today in my crazy video, but I want to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you want to see in Saw 11? What have the last 10 movies not covered that you want to see happen? What body parts do you want to see ripped out of somebody's face that may or may not deserve it? I'm curious. I gotta know. But yes, XI means 11. Roman numerals and all that crazy crap. So welcome in, everybody. Let's talk a little bit about Saw. How we doing? Shay Rance is saying, what's up, everyone? I'm so excited for the new Saw movie. Saw X was the superior movie with the title X. Oh, Shay Rance, that's some fighting words right there, dude. Do not be dogging on Fast X, the greatest movie ever made. Just coming into the stream with some heat, Shay. God, damn, dude. Just ready to fire him off. Cannonballs right into Jake's heart is what that is. No, I'm so messing with you. Ooh, what's up, dog? Sorry can't make it today. Love you though, Jake. I feel like you're lying to me. Here, you're literally here. I don't know. I mean, you're literally here saying stuff to me. If you couldn't make it, you wouldn't be saying. No, I'm so messing with you. Thanks for being here, dog. Appreciate you. Julie, who's a channel member, thanks for the support, my friend. Saying, I'd give my right pinky toe to get a direct sequel to Saw 7. Me too. I know you know that, Julie, but I would do anything. I died in my theater seat when I heard Costas Mandalore's voice on the phone call in Saw X. You know, I should say we're going to be talking Saw X spoilers. Here, let's change the little banner at the bottom of the screen. Spoiler. I have that so ready. Spoilers being discussed banner. Just in case, you never know. You're right. You never know, man. Saw X is still relatively new, so that's kind of why I'm being wary about it. I don't know. I did a little thing in my video today. I don't want what happened with Bodies to happen again. I spoiled that movie like out the gate in a ranking video. I've never had more people mad at me. Never in my entire life. I was like, I feel so bad right now. I'm so sorry. But that, it was 6 months after that movie had released. I was figuring, okay, most people have probably seen it by now, but no. So spoilers are being discussed for Saw X. I should say that moving forward. There's literally one on the screen right now, but hey, yeah, absolutely. Julie, I couldn't agree more. Like, it was so awesome that after the credit scene was a lot of fun. So cool to see him back. I really hope that, we focus the next movie on him a little bit. Kind of like how we did with Amanda. Old woman Amanda. She's not even that old. What the fuck? No, but it was cool to see Amanda back. That was great. I want to see Costas Mandalore come back. Maybe have a him and John focused movie this time around. That could set up what you're talking about, Julie, the actual final chapter. I feel like that's where it's got to go next. I feel like that's what we got to be setting up here. Or we could just be telling cool little prequel stories. That's cool too. Oh, Julie, no, you're fine. You're fine. No, I'm being cautious. I'm probably being overly cautious about not spoiling Saw X. I feel like most people who are clicking on this here will have already seen Saw X. Most people, but you never know, No, that's not me blaming you. I just want to make sure no one gets spoiled, like I said, I had no idea. I was like, 6 months after Bodies come out, I can talk about what happens at the end. It's fine. No, I was woefully mistaken. But it's okay. It's all good. We got the thing at the bottom of the screen, so I'm not liable. Mason Kieran, what's up, dog? Kerwin? Mason Kerwin? Yo, hello. How's it going, dog? MC in the house. Dropping some heat out there. What's up, dog? Jordan Talks Film is saying, hey, you got the raise, and it's more than you thought, too. Jordan was talking about getting a raise on the last stream. Said he was only going to get $1 raise. It's $1.50. See, let's go, Jordan. I love to see it, man. W's all around. Great stuff. Jordan, we celebrate you tonight. Cheers, my friend. Very good stuff. Me and my health shake are here for you, Jordan. $150. Let's run it, man. That's awesome. Very good stuff, Jordan. Congratulations, dude. Austin Daniels, thanks for your support, my dude. I really appreciate you. Saying, yo, Jake, hyped for Saw 11. Also super excited for the Iron Claw. I'm really excited for this one, too. Zac Efron's a slept-on actor. Couldn't agree more, and I'll watch anything with Lily James. Dude, you know, listen, you hear Zac Efron and you think, like, what, High School Musical or whatever? Dude, he's been in so many good movies. I couldn't agree more, Austin Daniels. 100%. Him and Robert Pattinson, they get some bad raps for some of the stuff they've done in the past, but they're great actors, both of them. I really like Zac Efron. I feel like that movie's gonna kick ass. JR Tap, what's up, dog? Jigsaw is back again, baby. Less than a year later, we're seeing him back on the big screen. I'm so excited. Thanks for being here, JR. I appreciate you, man. J-Dog, what's up? PlayStation. OG PlayStation logo. I can't tell you how many times I've seen that in my lifetime. Oh my god. I was about to watch your Saw, but then seeing you were live. Hello. Check out the video though, man. You know, why not? Give it a look-see. Give it a little up and down glance, as they say. How we doing over there with that video? I saw earlier YouTube was telling me this is not doing well. Your subscribers are not watching this, and I'm just like, oh my god. 500 views. That's not bad. Not too shabby. Thanks for watching. It's everyone who did. Appreciate you guys. I don't know why November and December always are tough months for Jake. For whatever reason. You would think more people would be watching YouTube. You know, it's shitty outside. It's cold as fuck. Well, why go outside when you can sit at home and watch horror movie updates? You know, that's what's going through my head. Surprisingly in the summertime, it's like, yeah, everyone's watching YouTube. Why? Go outside. It's summertime, baby. I watch so much YouTube during this time of the year. You know, I don't know. It's crazy stuff. Cash Powell is saying, bring back Lawrence Gordon and Adam is alive. I would love to see them teamed up. Listen, Dr. Gordon, I feel like, you know, I would love to see him come back. Carrie Elwes has said some weird things about the franchise. He oddly is not a Saw fan himself, which I think is strange. I think he enjoyed being there for like the first one, you know, but I feel like past that, he was kind of like, what the fuck, you know? I don't know. It's free money, dude. I mean, it's free money for him pretty much, to keep coming back to these things. It's strange. I don't know. We're also talking about the guy who was in the Black Christmas 2019 remake willingly, but, you know, won't come back for another Saw movie. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Listen, I wasn't there. I don't know what the fuck happened. It's a whole weird thing. I don't know. Strange things. Very strange things. Jacob Myers, what's up, dog? How's it going? I love your profile picture. I don't know if I've told you that or not. I think it's Slender Man with like a fire in the background. I dig it. Whatever it is. Body parts. Oh yeah. It wouldn't be a Saw movie without body parts. Come on, Jacob Myers. You got to know that. We're really obsessed with this. Okay, hell yeah. Let's get on the body part train talking. What Saw is body parts getting ripped off? Like, come on. That's got it. I mean, the first one, dude saws off his fucking foot. That counts. Does the rack count? That's just bones breaking, but that sucks, dude. Oh my god, the rack the rack is like the last Saw trap I think I would ever want to be in. There's a few. There's a few where I'm like, fuck that. No way. I'm not getting out of that. I'm just gonna die a painful, miserable death. But the rack especially, dude. That sucks. That sucks balls, Bobby. But thanks for being here, dude. Appreciate you. Sarah Campbell's with us as well. What's up? Welcome, Sarah Campbell. Welcome on in. Appreciate you. Who else is hanging out with us tonight? Mason is saying, I really want Saw 11 to only have two things. One, give us more brilliant character work, because I believe it was the best thing from Saw X. I'm with you there. And two, make Saw 11 more intense in the traps. You know, what I will say is, even though I did enjoy the traps in Saw 10, they weren't like the best of the franchise. They're good. They're like middle of the road traps, is what I'll say. They're serviceable. They work. You know, that's not even fair though. I feel like the Valentina trap was fucking fantastic. She's got to suck bone marrow out of her pelvis to go on the scale or whatever. That was pretty brutal, man. And I actually really liked the guy having to dig the explosives out of his arms. But I will say, as we got further along into the movie though, the traps, the intensity of them, I just feel like kind of went down. A lot of people praised the brain surgery trap. I don't know. I just wasn't. I thought that was gonna be more brutal. I don't know. Maybe I'm just really desensitized. I watch a lot of fucking horror movies, man. So maybe that's what it is. But I'm kind of with you. I would say up the intensity on the traps. I think about like Saw 1 to Saw 2. Like, I love Saw 1. I think it's a masterpiece for what it is. But the traps in Saw 2, I would say, are way more intense. Hot take. There's way more intense moments in Saw, but in terms of just the traps themselves, yeah, Saw 2, I think, takes that cake all day over the original. But, obviously there's better, like, character work and tension in the first movie versus the sequel, but I don't know. I love those first 3 movies. So good. I have no complaint. I really have no complaints, even though I sound like I'm complaining. I love them. Adam is alive. Imagine him and Dr. Gordon teamed up. I really don't think Adam is alive. I mean, I feel like we've seen his dead body multiple times now, but I've also heard this theory a lot, though. A lot of people want to see Adam come back, and I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Who doesn't love Leigh Whannell, man? Trying his best acting. No, I'm kidding. I kid, of course. I love Leigh Whannell. He's great. He's fantastic. He's an excellent writer and a decent actor. But no, I love Leigh Whannell. He's fucking amazing. I said it in my video today, but I would do anything to see him come back and write another Saw film. It won't. That's a dream. Someone left me a pretty good comments about that. They're like, James Wan and Leigh Whannell coming back to make another one of these. That's a dream, buddy. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, but I can dream. Is there something wrong with that? Is there something wrong with dreams, buddy? Is that what you're telling me? I don't see anything wrong with that. Come on, baby. Connie Cleary has been a member for 6 months. Connie is, in fact, a bird, which is really cool. Hello, Connie. How's it going? Thanks for being here, and thanks for being a member for 6 months. That's really awesome. I'm just messing with you. I know you're not a bird. I know that's just your disguise in your profile picture. A clever one at that, though. I mean, if someone was like, who's Connie? I'd be like, the bird in the profile picture. Wait a minute. Wait a second. I smell some tomfoolery here. No, I'm just kidding. Connie, thanks for being here, my friend. Thank you. Thanks for the support over the past 6 months, too. Appreciate you. Jordan saying, thanks, man. I was late a couple times. Was wondering if they were going to give a good raise, but the supervisor is pretty awesome. Sounds like it, man. Sounds like it. I hope you have a good job, too. It's a better job now. You're getting paid more. So everyone deserves to get paid more. I'll tell you that much. God damn. Fucking America. Jeez. Ashley, yes. What's up, Ashley? How's it going? Thanks for being a channel member. I appreciate you. Howdy, hey, howdy, hey. Why Not Ben is with us, our local Steelers fan. Shame on you. I'm just kidding. I'm messing with you, man. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. You said why not. I summoned you. See, I didn't realize that. If I look into a mirror and say why not 3 times, Ben shows up behind you. That sounds really, really weird. Welcome in, Ben. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here, man. Ty Lee is saying, I don't know what I want specifically from Saw 11. I just wanted to keep the momentum from X. Yes, I actually do very much so agree with that, too. I think we'll be happy with the new trilogy if it's smartly written. Yeah, rumor has it that Saw X is trying to start a new trilogy of like requel movies, whatever you want to call them. I don't know if any of that's true, but I'm so down for Saw 11. Fuck yeah, run it. If we do an 11, a 12, I'm here for it, man. That's music to my ears personally. I don't know. I guess I'm crazy. I saw some people on the TL, the timeline today saying we're really getting another Saw film. Like, what's up with that? I don't know, man. I say when you strike oil, sometimes you got to keep digging. You know, like, listen, I wasn't super crazy about Jigsaw or Spiral. Definitely like the 2 movies at the bottom of my ranking. I like Spiral, though. Spiral has grown on me a lot. But Saw X, I think, easily is one of the best from this whole franchise. I mean, it's good for different reasons that other movies in this franchise, it's good for different reasons. You know what I mean? I think that's why some people may not have liked it, but that's how you keep a franchise going. You find new things to strike at and to potentially improve upon. And one of those things is humanizing the villain and kind of making him the protagonist in a way by showing us someone that's more evil, essentially. I love it. I don't know. I really love the way they approach Saw X. I'm digging it. I'm hoping they're able to keep that same vibe and momentum like Ty is talking about here, moving into the next film. Cecilia Peterson being your bad guy again. I think it's a great way to do that, if they're able to do that somehow. The new YouTuber with a hilarious picture of Mrs. Puff looking like she's having flashbacks or something. I regularly watch your videos at work. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for rebelling at work instead of doing your job. You're watching my videos. No, I'm messing with you. I just like to rip on everybody in my chat. I'm sorry. I can't help it. No, thank you. Thank you, though. I really do appreciate the support. Yeah, it's tough these days. You know, it's wintertime, so everyone's out here doing the Christmas shit, right? We're all just hanging up lights. We're vibing. We're hanging out. We're listening to Christmas music. Not me. Jake's watching horror movies still. It's not. October's not over, frankly, for me. It's never over. It's never ogre, as Shrek would say. No, I don't know. For me, it's horror movies 24/7. I love it. Gotta love some blood and guts, man. So I don't know. This time of year, it's what I like to do. But that's just me, I guess. Big Chiller's with us as well, saying, what are your 3 favorite horror films of all time? Mine is Scream, The Lost Boys, and Saw. Excellent choices. I'm trying to think of like the 3 movies I watched the most. I think for sure The Fly is up there for me. I just love it. It's perfect. It's everything I want in a horror film. Well-written, grounded story with some crazy sci-fi horror bullshit happening in the background. Excellent effects that will make you want to puke, which is like my favorite thing. I'm trying to think what else. What else is like, what would I classify as a top 3 horror movie for me? I really like anything that touches on something so weird, but it's still so effective. And elicits a lot of emotions. You know, I don't like to watch movies where it's like, this is just one thing the whole time. I oftentimes criticize movies like that. It's like, okay, that was cool, but they kind of just did the same thing over and over again. I have that criticism about a movie that's currently being praised, which is really good. And I won't say what it is because I have a Patreon review of it right now. But it kind of just does the same thing over and over again. I'm not crazy about that. I like movies that are constantly throwing twists and turns at you, like Scream, for instance. Constantly changing and evolving into something else. I love movies like that. So usually sci-fi horror tends to be in that realm. So anything like that is just my cup of tea. I love Hellraiser 2. Hellraiser 2 is a good movie, a good example of that. Constantly going from different crazy locations. I think Hellraiser 2 is probably in my top 10 of all time. I love it. I don't know if it's a top 3 horror movie for me, but Hellraiser 2 it's perfect. I wouldn't change a thing about it. Lost Boys is a great choice. I just watched that again recently too. Really good movie. Saw might be in my top 10. Scream and Saw are definitely in my top 10 too. I love those movies so much. So effective. Great choices though, Big Chiller. I dig it, man. Great stuff. Mason has some news from the last stream as well. I said I was making a fan-made period Saw movie in 1888 London, and I can say that is going very well. And with this project, it made me love Saw more. You know, that's how Red Right Hand was for me, dude. Like, digging deeper into the lore, and especially some of the stuff we had to get correct because our movie takes place in between Screams 4 and 5. It really made me it really just made me love the franchise even more. You know, I love Scream, don't get me wrong, but I learned so much more making that film that made me appreciate certain aspects that I might not have appreciated as much. Phone call sequences, for instance, are so hard to do. So hard to do. In fact, I feel like it's the weakest part of our fan film. So I have so much love and respect for all 6 of those films being able to execute scenes like that and keeping the tension good. I feel like I still haven't really figured out how to film a scene like that at the best of my ability, but it's good. It's good stuff though. I mean, that's hard to do. It's hard to do. I feel you though, man. I hope that goes well though, and I hope you kill it with that project. That sounds awesome. Marley Kai 2000. The 2000th Marley Kai. There are 1,999 before this one. Hello, I am here. Welcome in, my friend. Connie saying hi to you. Love to see it. Greg Bruckner, what's up, dog? Are you David Bruckner's son? That would be so cool. Probably not, but welcome in. Austin Daniels is saying, I really want to see Evil Dead 2013. Oh my God. That's my number 2. If we're talking favorite horror movies of all time. Number 1, The Fly. Number 2, Evil Dead 2013. It's a perfect movie. I wouldn't change a thing about it. It is the blueprints for a perfect horror movie, in my opinion. Evil Dead 2013, so good. Love it. Took it off Hulu recently before I could watch it. I've heard some gnarly things about a tree, I think. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. Nothing, weirdly nothing new there for the Evil Dead franchise with the tree stuff. but what I will say is I think Evil Dead 2013 is one of the most brutal, hard to watch movies of all time. And I love every second of it. It is a great watch with buddies, especially for people who are not expecting it to be as brutal as it is. I don't know. I think the character work is fantastic. It's a simple little self-contained story that is just brutal from start to finish. Super well written, super tight script. I love it. I wouldn't, another movie I wouldn't change a thing about. Love it. It's great stuff. The Marvel Lord. What's up, dog? What's up, Jake? Have you watched Slasher? It is very gory kills. It does. That's maybe my favorite thing about the show. I've only seen a season of it. It was good. It was fine. It was maybe like a 5 out of 10 for me. I enjoyed the kills. Every episode that I watched pretty much had a kill to it that I thought was cool. Some memorable moments for sure. There was a character who got frostbite, and I remember his toes were black. It was like, ugh, that's gross. You don't see that in slashers a whole lot. That was pretty fun. I don't know. I just feel like the writing on Slasher isn't up to par. There's always, I've seen a little bit of season 3 too, and I'm just like, ooh, man, the writing's just not good here. The kills are always deliver though, always deliver on the kills, but I'm not crazy about how they write a lot of their characters personally. Wait, you dream? I do. I dream of big things ahead of me, Marley Kai. I can only hope to get to the big city one day. I feel like I'm at the beginning of a musical or something. Will DeFar, what's up, dog? What's up, Will? How you doing, man? We can't just keep bringing dead, forgotten characters back over and over, in my opinion. That's totally fair, man. I will say that if what they were doing with Saw X was just, hey, here's another Jigsaw movie, I'd be with you. I'd be in the same boat. But I appreciate that they're showing us a different side to this character that's already so well established, a character we know so much. And we're showing a new side to him. That's what I appreciate about these new movies a lot. So I don't know, for Saw X, I'm vibing with it. I will say I think Jigsaw is a movie where I'm like, why is John Kramer back? This is an unnecessary story. I'm with you there, but Saw X, I feel like had a big reason to be told. It was a necessary movie, in my opinion. Something that I feel like none of us knew we needed. It was one of those, like, we didn't know we needed it until we saw it kind of movies. So if they're able to do that again in Saw 11, run it, make it happen. But I will say this is something, you get deeper into a franchise, you start to say things like this, Will. So I'm going to keep a close eye on Saw 11 to make sure that it still gives us more things about these characters, gives us a reason to exist. As you get later into a franchise, you find these later entries, this is something to worry about, for sure. So definitely something at the back of my brain right now with Saw 11. But for the most part, I'm excited. They delivered on the last film, and I'm excited to see what they do with the next movie. Do I have any predictions for Saw 11, or do you have any hopes? My biggest hope, number one thing, is that Mark Hoffman has a bit of the spotlight in this next movie. He's not just an end credits scene. And hopefully we get something set up about what happens after the events of Saw 3D. I'm with Julie, who was hanging out with us earlier, talking about that. I think me and Julie are on the same page. I want to see that happen. I want to see that potentially happen in the future here. So, Mason, let's run it, man. Saw 11, set up another movie, Saw 12, that takes place after the events of Saw 3D. That would be cool. Jordan Talks Films. Oh, you have a welding job. Oh my God, welding job? Shit. You got your degree in August. I now make $20.50. However, taxes kill the checks. Whew, I'm a YouTuber, dude. Tell me about it. I don't know if anyone knows this, but taxes don't get taken out of my paychecks. So like basically tax season, every YouTuber gets fucked. There's no way around it. So that it blows, man. Let me tell you, it just blows. but very nice, man. Very, very good stuff. That's not an easy job to do, man. So much respect. I have a few friends that were welders, and I remember they were just like, "Whoa, it's a tough job, but we make good money." So much respect towards you, Jordan. Very good stuff. Why Not Ben has been a member for 7 months. Holy crap, it's been that long. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Browns are coming for you, man. Browns are coming for you. That's all I'm saying. Browns are moving up in the world, dude. We got Joe Flacco. Like, what the fuck? What's going on with that, right? We got the former Ravens quarterback playing for the Browns now. We're coming for you, Ben. Nah, I'm just messing with you, man. Thanks for the support, and thanks for the friendly banter on football. It's always fun. It's always fun to talk with other AFC North football fans, because wow, it's like the hardest division in football. Fuck that shit, bro. I honestly, as much as I'm like, oh, we got to beat the Steelers, we got to beat the Ravens and all that constantly, I got to say I respect everybody who's a fan of the Steelers, Ravens, Browns, Bengals. It is the toughest division in football, like without argument, man. It's ridiculous. I mean, how are the Ravens still winning right now, bro? I'm sorry. We're talking horror, but oh man, I'm a big football guy. I don't know. This has been an insane season. I can't believe what the Browns are doing right now. It's nuts. Same with, I can't believe how good the Steelers are too, though. In all fairness, everyone besides the Bengals, because everyone's hurt over there, is doing really good this year. So it's like, damn. Tough competition. Queric V, what's up, dog? Good people, what up, though? What up? What up, bro? How you doing, man? Welcome in. Appreciate you for being here. Dragon Ball Radiant, what's up? What's up, Dragon Ball Radiant? Haven't seen you in a minute. Welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Talking a little Saw 11. Talking some theories. Jake, what do you think it's worth not being spoiled before I watch this movie? You haven't seen Saw X, dude. What? I'm not a hardcore Saw fan at all, but it seems this is the best one, even better than 1 and 2. Okay, so go watch it. listen, I really appreciate the support. Thanks for hanging out with me on the stream and all that, but don't get this movie spoiled, dude. I mean, I know you said you're not really a big Saw fan, but oh, dude, I mean, Saw X is fantastic. It's got some big reveals. I mean, it's nothing that like alters the story or anything like that, but it just shows a different side to John Kramer. It kind of humanizes him, where Saws like 1, 2, and 3, for instance, just kind of build him up as this super villain with kind of good intentions, but just going about it in super evil and devious ways. So Saw X humanizes the guy, shows us just like, it kind of shows us just the day in the life of John Kramer. That's how it starts, at least, and then some stuff happens. I don't want to say. Watch it, though. Dude, I couldn't recommend it more. It's one of my favorite horror movies of the entire year. I think it's actually still in my top 3, if I'm remembering correctly, for the end of the year. I'm super excited to post that video at the end of the month, too. I'm actually kind of curious where it ranks. I'll tell you guys. I don't care. Spoilers for my video, I guess. Jeez. It's number 4. Okay, it's number 4 on my top 10 for the year. Loved it. I had like one tiny, very small issue with the film, but that's about it. I think it's great. They went hard making Cecilia be the worst person in the movie to make John and Amanda look good. You know, they did do that, and it's not to say that John and Amanda are good people. They're not, but it's the lesser of two evils, right? So it's kind of like you want to root for John a little bit, especially with what happens at the end. Well, that's all I'll say. But I kind of love that. I said it in my video today. I feel like they do a better job at building John Kramer up as this protagonist versus something like Don't Breathe 2, which Don't Breathe 2 works for me, but it works for me in the same way that Saw X does, but I feel like Saw X just simply did it better, but took the same approach. They tried to build up a character who's more evil so that this other evil could take that down. That's the most simplistic way I could put it. Don't Breathe 2 does the same thing, and I really loved it. I was like, oh, that's cool. It's badass. But I think the problem with, I think where Saw X succeeds that Don't Breathe 2 doesn't, is Don't Breathe 2 kind of forgets that he's a bad guy at times. Not all the time, but sometimes. It almost, he's like too good of a character at times. And you're just like, dude, this is the guy who filled up a turkey baster with his own cum. And yeah, you know, I'm not going to run you through that fucking nightmare again. That's all I'm saying. Ty is saying, I agree that the kills in X could have been better. Every movie has traps I didn't love, though. And Ty, 100%, I agree with you, dude. There's always like 1 or 2 standout traps, right? There's always like 1 or 2, and the rest are okay. They're not bad. I feel the same way about Saw X. Like, I'm like, the Valentina trap fucked me up, dude. The eyeball trap was what it was. You know, it wasn't really real, but it was cool. It was cool for what it was. It was fun to watch. And I think the explosive one, I think that's really underrated, personally. I was like, ooh, that was nasty. That would fucking suck to be in that one. But I'm with you. I do feel like some of the they weren't paced as well as previous films, though. Like, take Saw 3, for example, right, with the rack. Like, that's towards the end of the film. That's one of the last big traps of that movie. And it's perfect. It's the most brutal one out of the whole film. And I feel like Saw 3 is paced really well with the intensity of the traps. Like, as you go throughout that movie, it gets more and it gets crazier and crazier. It builds. Saw X, not so much. They kind of like fronted with their best traps, and then they kind of get a little, whatever. But I still love Saw X. That's not even really a complaint. I still feel like the latter 2, well, I guess 3, the latter like 3 traps in that movie, they're still good, but you know, we're talking about Saw 10 here. We've seen 9 of these movies beforehand, and I watched all of them before I saw Saw X. So, like, you're watching some of the stuff in that movie, and you're like, okay, you know, girl gets her face melted by radiation. I've seen it, you know? I think if I hadn't seen a Saw movie in a very long time, that would hit. It would have hit harder, but it's a hard thing for me to criticize, because I still think a lot of them are super brutal, man. Like, they're all fucking brutal for what they are. Kyle Wilder, asking a great question here. How do you feel about House of a Thousand Corpses, the Firefly trilogy, essentially? Devil's Rejects, 3 from Hell. I think the first 2 are a fantastic duology, and I think 3 from Hell is completely unnecessary. I love the first 2, though. Super underrated. I might be in the minority on this, but I think I really like House of a Thousand Corpses just ever so slightly more than Devil's Rejects, even though both are easily Rob Zombie's best 2 films, like without a doubt. I've seen most of his filmography. I haven't seen, what the fuck is that? 31? I still haven't seen 31. Haven't seen that one yet. I've seen most of his filmography, though, and for me, House of a Thousand Corpses, that's my number 1. Devil's Rejects, a very close second, because Devil's Rejects has simply a better ending. Just a way better ending than House of a Thousand Corpses. But I just like the vibe of House of a Thousand Corpses better. The best way I've heard it described is House of a Thousand Corpses is the bad acid trip, and Devil's Rejects is the hangover. I don't think you can describe those movies better than that. And I don't know, Three from Hell, it has some like crazy moments to it, but it's just an unnecessary story in my opinion. I really do love these movies though. The Firefly trilogy is a must watch for extreme horror fans. So if you're a Saw fan, check those out. You probably already have. Pretty popular movies, but still, very good movies. I'm a big fan. JDog32, what's up, dog? How's it going? The J-Dog. I want them to do a Hoffman-based story, same, taking place between 2 and 3. That most likely is what I think they're going to do. I mean, they set that up at the end of the film, you know? And I want to see how Gordon acted behind the scenes and him learning. Ooh. Oh, okay, so once again, I want to go back to my whole Cary Elwes doesn't want to do a Saw film anymore thing. He said this multiple times in interviews, just said some weird things about the Saw franchise, whatever. But ignoring that for 2 seconds, what if that's what this new trilogy is? Like, second movie is all about Hoffman, potentially, you know, fucking around behind the scenes, doing some other things we didn't know about. The next film is then following Gordon, like in the future. That would be great. And like, you could cut back to flashbacks of him like working with John Kramer and stuff before he died. That would be really cool if that's possible, you know, if we can get Cary back. But I'm with you, J-Dog. I think that would be really cool. Really great way to tell and finish this story. Jason Rushman. What's up, Jason? Hello, Jake. Hope you're having an awesome night. Gave you a thumbs up. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. Jason's the best. He's always coming in here giving me thumbs up. Appreciate that, dog. Mike42. Thanks for being a Killjoy cult member, dog. Do you think other franchises, cough, Scream, could copy this new formula and go back in franchise time to do more in-between stories with past dead characters? Yeah. Actually, yeah, think about this, right? There's a lot of time that passes in between Screams 3 to 4 and 4 to 5. You probably couldn't do something in between the events of 4 and 5 because of that one Melissa Barrera line in Scream 5, which kind of, I wish she hadn't said that because damn, it makes it so much harder to do these pocket stories. But Melissa Barrera has a line in Scream 5 where she's like, the last time, Ghostface Killer came out of the woodworks or whatever was in 2011. So that's Scream 4. Nothing happened in between 4 and 5. But you could do something where other characters have a little scuffle in between 3 and 4. You could do, there's so many years between Screams 3 and 4 too. You could write so much crazy bullshit that happened. Why not? Introduce some new characters. Maybe it's Dewey in Woodsboro or something, and he's like going after a ghost face by himself. Or I guess at that point, him and Gail would have been married, so like they'd be living together. Okay. Yeah, that can work. Sydney maybe's not in the picture. Some fans don't like that, probably. Some fans are hearing that. They're like, nope, no. We want Sydney, baby. Trust me, I'm with you. I want Sydney too, but I want the story to make sense. That's like number one to me. Story's got to make sense. You can't, you shoehorn in characters like that and then it ruins it, right? And then it's almost kind of disrespectful to those characters too. We love Sydney Prescott. We don't want her to be just tossed to the side like, just throw her in it at Scream, whatever. Like that's no good. We like Sydney Prescott so much because she's so well written. So keep that going. Keep that writing up there. Sarah Campbell's gifting a Killjoy Jake membership. Sarah, I appreciate that support. Thank you so much. Thank you. I don't know who got it, but congrats, friend. Ben is saying fluke. It was a fluke. Oh, man. Dude, listen. One more thing I'll say about the Browns right now is I don't know what the fuck's going on. We lost like 2 games where it's like, how did we lose these 2 games? And then we won both of the division games where it was like, yeah, we were definitely supposed to lose those 2 games. I don't know. It makes no sense. I don't get it either. Maybe it is a fluke. I'm a Browns fan, man. I'm literally wearing orange right now. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't know how we won some of those games, dude. You got a point. Why not, Ben? Thank you for the $2, man. Go Browns. Go Browns, baby. Crazy stuff, man. It's been a nutty season, without a doubt. Marcus, what's up, dog? How's it going, man? What's up? Saw 11 on the horizon. Let's go. Do you think it picks up directly where Saw X left off? Yes. If I had to guess, 100%. I would guess that it takes place right where we left off, and I imagine that after the credits scene pretty much set up the next film. Mark Hoffman, like, why else throw him in there? You know, just for a little cameo, I guess. Okay, maybe. But I feel like there's more to it than that, man. I feel like they're setting up a whole new story about these, like, fucked up people who do, you know, this fake cancer research shit. And it's like, oh, they're charlatans. They're duping people over. We can do a whole thing on just John Kramer ruining, reawakening these people, because it's not about retribution. Remember, it's not about revenge. No. So yes, Marcus, I'm with you, dude. I think we pick up right where we left off. And Mark Hoffman will be a focal point. Well, specifically the relationship between Hoffman and John Kramer, I think will be the focal point of the next movie. And maybe Amanda's there too. That'd be great. I'd love to see that. Electric Pumpkin. What's up, dog? How's it going? Electric Pumpkin was in the last stream too. Appreciate you for being here. What was high school like for me? This is a weird question. High school was weird, man. I don't know. I would never do it again. I was in theater. I was in choir. I was in band. I was in a lot of things. I did a lot. I was a nerd. I did all the nerdy shit, which was great. I was a pretty good student for the most part. That's because I cheated a lot. I was doing other things. I was working on YouTube and stuff. So I was like, well, I need to keep my grades up. I was an idiot in high school, though. I think most of us were, though. You know, that's how I look at it. I don't usually like to talk personal stuff on here, but yeah, it was a weird time. I wouldn't go back. Wouldn't do it again. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. El Dante, what's up, dog? Thanks for being a Killjoy Cult member. Appreciate you. Jake, I'd love to see a tier list of the best underrated horror movies. Those that were missed were poorly received, but really are hidden gems. I trust your judgment. You have a good mind for it. Thank you, El Dante. I appreciate that. You know, it's interesting. I've covered the last, 4 years of horror big time, but, 2018... late 2017, early 2018 is when I started to just see every horror movie in the theaters. I was just opening night, we're seeing it. I don't even care. Let's just see what this is all about. So I've seen a few underrated gems just from the past 5 years or so. There's more than that, of course. I try to watch a lot of horror movies that were made just foreign films from the thousands and the 90s. There's so many foreign movies that I think are just so great that are overlooked. One of my favorites is this movie called Inside. It's this French film that it got an American remake, but watch the original. Trust me on this. I think it's way better. It's super, super brutal from start to finish and has one of the scariest ending shots I've ever seen in my life. So that's a hidden gem I can think of off the top of my head. But dude, I could do a whole top 10 of just here are some hidden gems that I just feel like more people should talk about. From the last 4 years, though, I'll give you one that I feel like is in need of a reappraisal. The Wrong Turn remake from 2021. An excellent film. I loved it. It was one of my favorite movies from 2021. Honestly, I really don't get it. I don't get the hate. I thought it was excellent. It's got some great commentary and some really brutal kills too. So if you're someone who's but it's not like the other movies. Yeah, but it's still got really brutal, messed up deaths and arguably the most fucked up shit from the whole franchise. In my opinion, there's this scene where I don't want to spoil anything, but something just awful happens to this character and they're blinded and they have to go into this dark cave where something happens with that later, but oh my God, it's one of the most messed up things I've seen in recent horror movies. It still sends shivers down my spine. Fucks me up, dude. Love it. Really, really great stuff in that one. Watch it. Great stuff. Saw X left a lot of loose ends. Do the taxi driver and the little boy become become a princess now? What? What loose ends are you talking about, Dragon Ball Radiant? Does Cecilia get the Adam treatment for killing when distasteful? Dragon Ball Radiant, I've never been at such a loss for words. I'm still hung up on the princess thing. What? Is this a... Are we going to medieval times now? What's going on with this princess thing? I'm reading that in my head so many times. I don't know what you're trying to say there. But Cecilia will most likely come back, is my guess. Why? I feel like they left her alive not only because it works with the theme of the film, which John Kramer spells out to her at the very beginning of the whole, when everyone's entrapped. Entrapped, that's not what I'm trying to say. When everyone's trapped, in the warehouse and all that, he says, he specifically says, listen, this is about this is not about retribution. This is a reawakening. He doesn't want to kill these people. They did him wrong, but this isn't, it's staged like it's revenge, but that's not what this is about. He wants to correct these people. He wants them to live and go on about their lives and not make the same mistake. So for me, like, think about when Amanda gets so upset when the one girl, the fake nurse or whatever, dies. Was her name Gabriella? When Gabby dies, like, she gets really upset. Like, these people, they're totally crazy, but they don't want these characters to die. They want them to live through their trap and hopefully lead better lives. So for me, I don't look at Cecilia living as a loose end. I see it more as just thematic reinforcement, which I know some people are just frustrated by. They're like, but I wanted to see Cecilia die. She's an awful character. I respect the hell out of Saw X for not killing her. I think it's kind of brilliant, personally. It's fucked up. Trust me, I wanted to see her die too, but I'm like, you know what? That's kind of excellent. If she did die and John Kramer's laughing and being like, haha, loser, that would totally go against what that movie's trying to say, I think. So I'm digging it. I hope Cecilia comes back, honestly, because just like the Batman and the Joker, Batman's never going to kill the Joker, even though it would solve a lot of his problems. But he's not going to do that. He believes there's some good in this chaotic, evil, fucked up clown, So for me, I hope Cecilia comes back and John Kramer doesn't kill her, but maybe puts her in another trap. You never know. You never know what might happen there. So I'm hoping that Cecilia can kind of work as a foil to John Kramer, moving through like a new trilogy. That would be so interesting to me. I would love that. Would love that shit. Big time. What else we got going on? If you were to save the Blumhouse trilogy of Halloween films, how would you do it by fixing Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends? This is really tough. With Halloween Kills, the only thing I would change about the whole movie is just don't have Michael kill Karen at the end. Well, okay, that's a different fix. But if we're talking like, we're going to make this a trilogy, these are 3 movies of Michael Myers killing people. How do we tell a good story across 3 movies? I think the biggest fix is just like 2 big things, and they all come down to Halloween Ends, in my opinion. First of all, Laurie Strode is not, I would not write Laurie Strode to be like happy-go-lucky. I'm so happy. Oh, my daughter's dead. Hell yeah. Let's go. What? No, sorry, dog. I'm not buying that. In my opinion, Halloween Ends should have started off with Laurie Strode being the most recluse she's ever been. She won't even talk to Allison. Like, that's where I would be. She's nonverbal. She's not talking to Allison. She's hiding in a house or a shed in the middle of the woods or something like that with a gun. Like, she's more scared than ever, basically, is how I start Halloween Ends. And the other thing, and I guess this is Halloween Kills, I keep Cameron alive. He got attacked by Michael, but he lived, is something I would change. And Cameron takes on Corey's storyline, essentially. Cameron and Allison are still dating 4 years later. Like, maybe they're about to get married. So that whole plot line makes sense, and it doesn't reduce Allison down to a stupid love interest, which is the biggest sin that Halloween Ends commits, in my opinion. But yeah, I think if you fix those 2 things, it works. And you can do the whole transference of evil plotline that they wanted to do in Ends, and it would work. It would make sense. Cameron has always been a bit of a dick, so it's no surprise when he starts killing people and takes on the mask from Michael Myers. You could actually kill Michael halfway through Halloween Ends and just make it all about Cameron trying to be the new Michael. That would work for me because it's been set up the whole time. Halloween Ends is like, let's start a whole new story. Fuck the story that we were trying to tell before. Let's just do this other thing. You can work that into the story you were already trying to tell. I just feel like with the way they set up Halloween Ends, the first 45 minutes, I don't know. It's too disconjointed. Is that a word? Disjunct? Not connected. It just doesn't feel, it feels very clunky. There you go. Kelso from that 70s show is here. What's up, Kelso? Killjoy, you a true foolie. I'm assuming that's a good thing. I appreciate it, Kelso. Thank you. I don't want to call you a foolie too, because I feel like that might be a derogatory term, but all the love to you, my friend. No, I'm so messing with you. Eric Cartman, what's up, dog? Hey, Jake, I watched Thanksgiving recently. I thought it was pretty good. Last time I'll mention this, but Patrick Dempsey is my second choice to play the Major in the Long Walk movie. Okay. Ooh, that's actually pretty interesting. Patrick Dempsey has proven to me that, yeah, he plays a pretty fantastic bad guy. So I'm into that. Hell yeah, run it. Make that happen. Thanksgiving, I saw it again recently as well. I loved it even more the second time. I caught even more things that I missed from the first watch, and I'm like, wow, that's a lot of fun, dude. There's a lot more clues as to what's going on that I totally missed the first time. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so mad I missed that. It's little things too, like in the way that they shot certain sequences. It's clues as to what, who the killer is. And I'm like, oh my God, how did I miss that? I'm so mad. But really well done. Really well done stuff. I will say it fooled me up until the ending. There's a dead giveaway right before they reveal like what's going on. And I'm like, okay, that's what's going on. Damn. I will say, though, they had me fooled for most of the movie. I was like, I think it's I won't say. I think there's a certain set of characters that I really thought was doing it. And I was wrong. Ether baguettes? What even is that? The ether baguette. The forbidden baguette. Don't bite into that one. From many good source, James Wan is back among the directors of Saw 11. Well, nothing is confirmed yet, my friend. What I will say is old Jake doesn't really like to... I don't really do rumors anymore. Like, I went back recently and I watched some videos I made back in 2020? Yeah, 2020 or 2021. I used to do, like, videos on, like, rumors that people were talking about with, like, Scream 5, Scream 6. And I go back and watch these videos and I'm like, this was, like, laughably wrong. When you actually have seen the movie and like have knowledge of like what was going on in that, it's like, wow, that was a waste of time is how I look at some of those videos. And I'm like, I hate that. That sucks. So for me, I can't talk about rumors anymore. Jake's only going to talk about confirmed news that's actually going on moving forward. I don't want to waste your guys' time. I don't want to say like, oh, this is going to happen in Scream 5. This is confirmed. And then you get there and it's like, what? Well, that didn't happen. None of that stuff that Jake was talking about even happened, dog. So what's up with that? So I don't know. Is James Wan back? That would be cool, but it will most likely be Kevin Gruder directing if I had to guess. He's actually already talked about Saw 11 a couple weeks ago on a podcast. So I do believe it's going to be him, if I had to guess. My chunky Jordy Gene is with us. What's up, dog? How's it going? Just popping in to say hi, everyone, and hit the like button. I'm busy watching The Fog. Whew, good thing to be busy with. Have a great stream, and I'll catch the replay. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out with us for even just a second. Means a lot. Enjoy The Fog. One of my favorite John Carpenter movies. So underrated. Love that one. You think you saw The Wrong Turn remake, but we'll rewatch it. Don't think I've seen Inside, so we'll check that out. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hell yeah. Both are great. Both. I really enjoyed both personally. Really good stuff. Electric Pumpkin is saying I'm in high school and just like to hear other people's experience. Also favorite non-horror movies. Good luck is what I'll say. Just get through it. Like I think right now, when you're in high school, you think like, this is it. This is going to be the best time of my life. It's not. I promise you it's not. Don't make high school the best time of your life. High school is like a prototype for what real life is really like. And it's not like real life at all. Like, yeah, there's so many things I promise that you care about right now that in 2 years, like, you won't. There was so much shit that I cared about in high school that, like, now as a 25-year-old, I'm like, I was an idiot for caring about that. Like, I cannot believe that was my biggest focus. That's insane. So just get through high school. That's the best advice I can tell you. Get through it. Have fun while you're there, but just get through it, dog. Yurdy G is with us. What's up, Yurdy G? How's it going, man? This is my favorite rapper right here, and also the guy that runs The Tip, Toxic Icon podcast. But he's all about Tip, let me tell you. Yurdy G saying, my bro, what do you want for Christmas? What do I want for Christmas? Hugs and kisses from all my friends. That's all I want. I want some Yurdy G merch, actually. If I could have a tangible thing. Some Yurdy G hoodies. That would be awesome. A hoodie would be great. Oh my god, that would. I still have it somewhere. Man, I don't remember. Yurdy G sent me a hoodie where it's like Freddy Krueger on there with his logo and all that, and it's fucking sick. Like, I wear it all the time. I love it. So I love me a Yurdy G hoodie. Disjointed. Thank you, Bobby Lee. I don't know why that was so hard for me to say. Disjointed. Disjunct. These are not words. I don't know. The Jigsaw blogs. What's up, dog? Jigsaw blogs. I like that. Do you have a blog about Saw? Throw it out there, dog. This is the place to throw it out. I want to hear more about this. If Saw 11 decides to answer if Hoffman gets out of the bathroom, then it really makes the Dr. Gordon character look like an idiot. I mean, Well, okay, let me read the rest of this and we'll talk about that. Personally, I feel the Hoffman story is done. What else would you do with them? So for me, right, like with the ending of Saw 3D, it lends itself to more story. Personally, I feel like the fact that the games aren't over means that there's always this fan realm, headspace, whatever you want to talk about it, where more games are probably happening in the future. I feel like Saw ends when the games are over. So that's my personal opinion. So I think all of this can only end if Hoffman and Dr. Gordon, all the accomplices, are dead. But they'll never do that because they'll just keep making more movies. I feel personally. So I don't know, man. You got a point though. It would make Hoffman look stupid, but I mean not Hoffman. It would make Gordon look stupid. You're right. You're right. But maybe there's more to this bathroom that we just don't know yet, that Dr. Gordon just overlooked. I got to know about this blog, though. I got to know if you're running a blog or not. Run it by me. Rasmus Gilling is saying hello from Sweden. Hello. Is this Post Malone? Is this actually? If this is actually Post Malone, I love your music. Your last album, but everything else I love. I'm kidding. I'm just messing. I don't think this is actually Post Malone. But hello from Sweden. What's up? How's it going over there? Is it just as scary as it is here in America? Probably not. But what's up, dog? Welcome in. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Luddy Network. What's up, Luddy? How's it going, dude? For Christmas, I'd like to go downstairs and see a clown in a Santa costume. You know what? I'm with you, dude. I'm with you. That's all I want to see. That's really all I fucking want too. Art the Clown giving some presents to all the children of the world. That's what I want to see more than anything. Oh my god, that's so funny. I can't wait. Listen, man, Christmas is gonna come early for me next year. Terrifier 3, I can't wait for it. I seriously, like, I can't wait. We have a big update for Terrifier 3, which I'm gonna talk about tomorrow in a video, but god, I'm so excited. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be a killer movie, man. Riley Murray is saying, don't remember where I heard this, but I think it was 3C Films. Love his channel so much. Chris is great. But could do the little kid as an adult, putting all the apprentices in a saw trap? What? Do the little kid as an adult? Are you talking like from like... Oh, Hoffman, Gordon, Logan, and the guy from Spiral. I thought you were talking about like the little kid that's trapped at the end of Saw 3. I thought that's what... I don't know why I thought that's what you were talking about. I'm like, oh, that's fucked up. You're talking about the kid from Saw X. Okay. That could work. The idea that maybe this kid is like grown up and so inspired by John Kramer and his work, you know, after knowing figuring out who he is as he matures, that could make sense. That could actually be kind of cool. I would love to see Max Minghella character from Spiral be worked into the main story too, somehow. You know, that would be really fun, man. I think that would be kind of sick. Spiral also suggests that... Okay, going back to what the Jigsaw blog was saying, Spiral kind of suggests that the games are over by the time you get to 2021. So, the story has to end then. That's a loose end. You want to talk about some loose ends right there? That's something I never even thought about. Like, why would they, you know, they're like, oh, it's a Jigsaw copycat. Like, what's up with this? If Dr. Gordon really was continuing the games past the events of Saw 3D, wouldn't that still be going? How did that all end? You know, did Dr. Gordon just say, okay, we're done. We're not challenging anybody else? Kind of, Saw 3D lends itself to this idea that it's going to be like this bigger thing. It's going to start, like, everyone's going to have to go through a saw trap at some point. Or everyone that, like, commits a sin in the eyes of John Kramer. You know, something like that. So that's a really interesting point you make right there. Could the kid be continuing the games at some point? John Kramer has had his influence all over a bunch of people, so you never know. The Jigsaw Blogs is actually a Saw fan film YouTube series. No way. It follows a history teacher recounting all the events of the Saw franchise and documents it and answers the series' unanswered questions. Ooh. Oh, dope, dude. Okay, so do you have an answer for what I was just talking about? Like, have the games stopped after the events of Spiral? I don't know if that's something you covered or not. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I'm just curious. I'm curious what your take is on it. Seems like you've done a lot of thinking on all this shit. So I'm curious, Jigsaw Blogs. Cool stuff, man. I'll have to watch some of these. Have to check them out. Very cool stuff. Marley Kai is saying any horror movie you would make a first date watch. I'm trying to think. Maybe like, what would be a good movie to watch? Because here's the thing, right? Like, I like my idea of a first date is not. I don't want to play it safe. Like, no way. Like, no way am I gonna just be like, oh, let's watch a PG-13 Ouija or something like that. You know, Conjuring. No. I want to push the limits. Like, what is this? When is this person going to tell me turn it off? You know what I mean? Like, that's going to be a big thing with with someone I would want to date. I would have to know that they would also be into the weird, fucked up horror movies that I love so much. I couldn't see it working with someone otherwise. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a big part of my life. Like, oh, you don't like Terrifier. Oh, well, this is awkward. I'm just gonna peace out, you know, like what would I do in that situation? You know, like half of my day is just talking about this fucking guy right here, or this fucking guy, this guy right here too. Sometimes this guy, my little fish man. I love him. I love the guy, little gill man. I would have to, I'd you know, whoever my partner would have to be someone like that, I would say. You would make them watch Sleepwalkers. Okay. That's an interesting choice. That's a good one. I feel like Thanksgiving is a pretty good like date movie, honestly. It's funny and gory, but it's just a good time. Like I went on a date to see it the other night, so it's funny stuff. Jigsaw Blogs is saying, check us out. We're 18 episodes in and we're 2 episodes left for our 2-part season finale. Ooh, dope. And we will be bringing an actor back from the original trilogy to reprise their role. What? Oh, dude, no fucking way, Jigsaw Blogs. Well, everyone check this out, ladies and gentlemen. That's really cool stuff, dude. No way. You got someone from the original trilogy, too. I wonder who it is. It's like fucking Donnie Wahlberg. That'd be so cool. What is going on with my phone, dude? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry. The new Apple update is like killing me right now. Every time I say like, I don't even say like, hey Siri or something, and my phone's just going nuts. Okay, sorry, back to this. Focus. ADHD, man, it's really killing me today. No, but this is really cool, dude. Oh my God, I can't believe you actually like got someone from the movies. That's badass. We reached out to so many people for our Scream fan film, and we just not a single callback. I tried, you know, I really did try. We had a whole night of just phone calls. But very cool stuff, man. Oh my God, I'll have to check this out. Everyone check out the Jigsaw Blogs. Make it happen. I want to play a game, Jake. Combine a horror film with an 80s comedy. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre with I'm not going to read that. The Revenge of Michael Myers with Porky's Revenge. I'm trying to think. I've always wanted to see Ferris Bueller turned into a horror movie somehow, some way. I think Ferris Bueller is it's one of my favorite 80s movies. I just love it. So much fun from start to finish. That is a slasher movie would be so fun. That would be great. Very great stuff. Ferris Bueller and maybe American Psycho. There you go. That's an interesting mix. You know, you have the comedy horror, but it's still super brutal. Sarah Campbell is saying heading out for the night, had a blast. Thank you so much, Sarah. And Sarah, of course, before she heads out, is shouting out some of the other pages. Check out the second page, Killjoy Jake 2, where I'm going to start posting a lot more about some smaller updates when I have some more time. Yesterday and today were just some busier days for me. But check out that page. And also, Jake Tyler, I'm doing something with that in the New Year's. I don't want to say what yet, but something. We're doing something with it. Figuring it out. So subscribe to those pages. Check them out. Pretty cool stuff. I appreciate that, Sarah. Thank you so much. Marley Kai 2000 is saying, I wonder if the alien from All Hallows Eve would make a return, perhaps to fight Art. I wasn't crazy about that segment in All Hallows Eve. I got to be honest. I love Damien. Don't get me wrong. I love my boy Damien. He's awesome, and he's going to kill it with Terrifier 3, but no one's above criticism. That's how harsh I am. Even people I love to death, like Damien Leone, I think is just my favorite person in the space right now. Love him. That segment in All Hallows Eve, I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me. But Art fighting the alien, that would be, I mean, that's fun, you know, fuck it, why not? I would love to see Art fight, like, another horror villain, though. You know, I've heard so many people talk about this. They're like, what if Art the Clown fought, like, Michael Myers or Freddy Krueger. I really think if they bring Freddy Krueger back, that would be those two would be perfect to fight each other. I know Jason and Freddy, we've already had them duke it out, but why not? Why not have Freddy and Art fight? I mean, Art the Clown is so in his DNA. There's so much Freddy Krueger in there. Why not? Why not make something like that happen in a crazy ass movie? Does Art the Clown dream? We could find out. We could find out in one of these movies, man. I'm just saying. Would be cool. What are your thoughts if Michael and Corey never teamed up, remained enemies for the whole film throughout Halloween Ends? I definitely think that would be a step in the right direction. I just don't. Michael doesn't team up with people. Michael doesn't think. Michael eats dogs, dude. Like, that whole Halloween Ends is just every character is out of character. I think that's my biggest thing with it. Like, Allison is not the same person she was in the last two movies. Laurie is not the same person. Michael's not the same person. Corey Cunningham is just a brand new character that we just decided to introduce. Imagine watching like Star Wars Episode 6, and the first thing you see is not Luke, Leia, Han, Chewie. No, we're not following any of them. We're following Bill. Just a guy named Bill. He's hanging out. It was just like immediately disappointing. I'm just like, what is that? Like, okay, cool opening scene, but why are we still following this guy? What is going on with all the other characters? I want to know. You barely get any of that in the first 45 minutes, man. You don't even see Michael for first 44 minutes, I think is what it is. But that would be a step in the right direction, in my opinion. If like Corey was constantly going after Michael, but Michael was like, dude, kid, fuck off, like that would be more interesting to me. I feel, versus just them being like Michael just being like, respect, bro. Hell yeah. You killed someone? Sick. It's almost like Michael's training him or something. I don't know. Can't get into that. It's so out of character. Can't vibe with that. So yeah, step in the right direction for sure. Riley is saying, have you heard the theory that Kevin from Home Alone is Yes, I have heard this theory and I think it's hilarious. That, weirdly makes a pretty good deal of sense, man. I mean, Kevin from Home Alone, in a way, has the same motivations and same way of going about it that Jigsaw does. Are y'all gonna disagree with me? The dude sets traps throughout his house to fuck with burglars, dude. He's punishing people for being bad. He's acting out of self-defense too, but still, it's all there. The pieces of this insane puzzle are there. Very funny stuff, Riley. No, I vibe with that. I don't know if I'm 100% on board with the theory, but I think it's really funny and some food for thought without a doubt. Very good stuff, Riley. I vibe with that. Ferris Bueller's Anarchy 4-day weekend. Yeah. Why not? I mean, imagine like a meta horror slasher where it's Ferris Bueller talking to the camera and actively like slicing someone's throat. That would be so funny. The focal point is a Ferris Bueller style character, like talking to the camera, but he's actively like murdering people. Like some dark shit is happening in the background, but he's just kind of living his everyday. He's just complaining about shit. That's kind of just like how Ferris Bueller is in the movie. He's just like, man, high school really sucks, but you got to find ways around it. But he's killing people. The fact that is there a movie like that? Like, I hope there is. I would hope that exists. That's so funny. So Hollywood. Get someone on the phone right now from LA. Make it happen. Art the Clown versus the Terminator. I mean, that's maybe a more even match, if we're being honest. Art the Clown is pretty invulnerable. Howdy, folks. What's up, Scottish Geek Guy? How's it going? SGG. Welcome in, dog. Howdy, hey. Howdy, hey. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Talking a little Saw, talking a little Terrifier. A little Ferris Bueller, too. Why not, dude? Buff Snake. Every time I see this, I just imagine like a king cobra with arms going like, whoo! I don't know why. Buff Snake, what's up, dog? I personally believe that Saw 11 will be about John Kramer in space 3,000 years after the previous installment. Dude, you know what? We respect everyone's opinion around here. This is going to happen. We're going to make this happen. Showing how John joined the Galactic Saw Federation and became one with the Saw Force. He's using like a lightsaber, but it's like a bunch of saws. Lightsaber saw. I love it. Listen, Jigsaw going to space, it's bound to happen. It's bound to happen. Here's my only thing that I feel like is a positive about Saw going to space. Obviously, it's jumping the shark, but zero gravity saw traps, lends itself to so much crazy shit, man. Saw is one of the only franchises that I feel like just should go to space at some point. Like when we're finally, maybe some of us are already there, but when we finally get to the point where it's just like, okay, we're done. Like the John Kramer story is told, man. Like that's it. That's the whole thing. Let's move on. Just do something like this. Zero gravity saw traps. I'd be there day one. I'd be like, I'm not going to take this seriously, but that's so funny. I got to see this. Zero gravity saw traps. Like, what the fuck? There's so much you can do there, man. Oh my God. I mean, get sucked out into the vacuum of space in 30 seconds if you don't like cut off all your toes or something. I mean, like it writes itself. It writes itself, man. I don't know. That to me is like, we got to see that. Body parts floating everywhere. See, Bobby Lee gets it, man. That description of my username is scarily similar to my last profile picture. Ooh, shit. I'm a mind reader. Did you know I can do that? I can read minds, Buff Snake. I can't really do that. I wish I could. That'd be really cool if I did, but no. Deadpool versus Art the Clown. I wonder how Art would deal with Deadpool personally, or deal with his personality. Wow, that's an interesting foil for one another. You know, Wade Wilson can't shut up, Merc with the mouth and all that, versus the silent evil clown. But also a lot of similarities between the characters too. That's interesting. You know, did you guys know that Deadpool is pansexual? I learned that recently. I was like, wow, I always thought he was joking when he was hitting on every character in those movies. He wasn't. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, badass. Run it, man. Make it happen. A bit random, but do you think that Bruce Campbell will return to Evil Dead and Sam Raimi to direct? You know, what I will say is when I met Bruce Campbell earlier in the year, he was like jazzed up about Evil Dead Rise. Like I had said to him, I met him at the premiere. That was the first time I met Bruce Campbell. It was awesome. He showed up. I got to go to, wow, I'm getting way ahead of myself. So I got to see Evil Dead Rise like a month before it released at Horror Hound. It was this convention in Cincinnati. The Thursday before the convention actually started, they hosted this event where they played Evil Dead Rise. It was awesome. A big YouTuber did a video on it. I'm in the video. Fuck, I can't think of his name. Sean something. Oh my God. Wow, I can't believe I can't believe his name is slipping me right now. But dude made a video on it. It was awesome. It was great. But Sean something with an S. Sean S. But Bruce Campbell comes in and he like introduces the movie, and he was jazzed up about it, of course. And like when I got to meet him on Saturday, a couple days later, we actually did like a meet and greet with him. We were talking about it with him. Like one of the first things I said was we saw Evil Dead Rise and we loved it. And he was like, oh my God, like, did you like it? Like, he's like, did you like, you know, he's like, I don't want to say anything, but like, we want to make more of these, you know, we want to kind of have, basically how he described it to me is like, he wants to do their requel trilogy with Evil Dead, and Evil Dead Rise is kind of supposed to be the first movie in this like new series. It is how, like, he didn't directly say that, but that's what Bruce Campbell was basically alluding to, you know, like we want to do another movie like every 2 years or so, you know, with Evil Dead, meaning he wants his requel money. I get it. I don't blame Bruce Campbell for that. I would too if I was part of a huge, super successful horror franchise. But he was jazzed up. Like he was so happy that we liked it. And I told him, I was like, dude, no, genuinely, like that you guys have pumped out bangers, all 5 of these movies. I told him I love the TV show too. I was like, nothing Evil Dead is bad, in my opinion. It's all good. And he was jazzed up. He was like, that's awesome, man. And what I will say about Bruce Campbell coming back is, you know, he said many, many times that I'm done, you know, after season 3 of Ash vs. the Evil Dead, that's it. I'm done playing the character. The character's just done. Whatever. That's going to be it. But here's the thing, right? Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi have always wanted to make, and I already see someone talking about it in the chat, a sequel to Army of Darkness that was supposed to be this post-apocalypse version of Evil Dead, where it's like the Deadites have taken over, and it's Mad Max essentially with Deadites, and Ash is of course running around with his boomstick killing them. I would love to see that. And okay, there's two really funny things about this story, right? So the alternate ending to Army of Darkness, which I'm sure some of you are familiar with, is like Ash fucks up. He doesn't go to S-Mart at the end, like the ending that you know. He fucks up. He's in the future now. And the Deadites have taken over. It's exactly what I'm talking about. But it's a cliffhanger. That's where they leave off. That's the end of the story, technically. And they never made another one. They were planning to do Army of Darkness 2 after the success of Evil Dead 2013. Never happened. But then the show happens on Starz. It has 3 seasons, and listen, I hate to spoil it, but we slowly built our way back to that, to Evil Dead Apocalypse. And the show fucking gets canceled. Dude, Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell just can't tell that story. They keep setting it up, and then it keeps going nowhere. It's like, dude, what? They keep getting there, and then it just keeps falling flat on its face. And that makes me so sad. So what I hope is that we get an Evil Dead 6, which will most likely happen. Evil Dead Rise was successful. That is kind of another contained story, but maybe sets this up. The idea that the Deadites are taking over now. I think that Evil Dead Rise lends itself to more story, considering the very beginning and the very ending, if you've seen the film. So I think there's more story to tell there, personally. I think we can do another one where, another crazy setting, the Book of the Dead shows up. Why not? And then maybe it leads to Deadite Apocalypse, where Sam Raimi comes back to direct and Bruce Campbell stars. They've wanted to make this movie for such a long time. If there's anything else Evil Dead that needs to happen, it's that. I would love more standalones, don't get me wrong. I love 2013 and Evil Dead Rise so much. Both great movies, fantastic entries in this franchise. But if I could do one more outing with Ash, it would be that. Give me the Deadite Apocalypse where Ash just fucks everybody up, kills them, and it's super triumphant and ridiculous. That's what I want so bad. That's what I want so bad from another Ash movie in particular. So great question, and yes, I hope it happens. I think that would be great. I could talk Evil Dead all day too. That is like by far one of my favorite horror franchises. I think it's so interesting. Every entry is different from the last. It's such an interesting 5 movies, man. Jaden Jones, what's up, Jaden? How's it going? Hey, Jake, how's your day been? Good. I'm vibing. I'm vibing out. I'm having a great week, man. I'm having a great week. I just love talking horror, man. I love it. I'm having a great week. Lots of great news this week. Saw 11 being announced. Terrifier 3 finally got a cast list, which we'll be talking about tomorrow in a big video. So I'm having a great time. How are you, Jaden? How are you doing? Lots of news this week. Horror news makes Jake happy. We love to see it. Jacob, talking about your profile picture. It's for the remastered version of the 10-year anniversary update for Slender the Arrival. We were talking about this on the last stream. I remember this. Okay, badass, dude. I didn't know that's what that was from. Badass. Very cool stuff. I got to play that, man. I've only ever played the first Slender Man game. So cool. Those have only got to be like 10 or 20 bucks on Steam, right? Like that can't be anything too crazy. I'd love to play that. Good stuff. Saw 11 leak after the defeat of the Galactic Saw Federation. John travels back to the Wild West to take revenge on the gunslinger known as the Saw-wielding bandit. Will Darth Saw succeed? I mean, that's clearly the logical step after, the defeat of the Galactic Saw Federation. Why wouldn't John go to the Wild West? You know, what worries me, Buff Snake, is like, this might be the plot line of Saw, like, 16 or something at some point. I'm so worried that's where this franchise is going to go. But hey, man, I'm vibing with where it is right now. I'm just happy with the cool stories we're telling right now, these little pocket stories. Robert Ellis, thanks for being a Killjoy cult member, man. I really appreciate your support, dude. Saying, how would Art the Clown go in Shaun of the Dead? We're just really mixing everything together. That's fucking crazy. Art the Clown in Shaun of the Dead. I don't know, man. Comical zombies and Art the Clown. I mean, it's a strangely decent mix. You got some dark humor and some dark humor. Two different flavors of dark humor coming together. Fuck it, why not? I really don't know. I don't know how those two storylines really could collide. Shaun of the Dead is such a perfect example of a pocket story that does not need any more movies. Please don't give us a sequel to any of the Cornetto trilogy. They're fine how they are. Let them be. They're good. We love them. We love them. But interesting idea, man. Rexy Edits is saying this is Shockwave. What's up, dog? Forgot to go on my Shockwave account, so yeah, it's all good. Just appreciate you being here. What's up, Rexy? Rexy Edits. Awesome to hear. It's been going good over on my end. I'm also very happy. All the droves of horror news. Yes, it's been a good week. It's been a very good week, for sure. All right, well, I kind of wanted to come on here and see what everyone had to say about Saw 11. Kind of call it quits. Didn't want to do too crazy of a stream. I was just excited. Saw 11, man. Come on, it's fucking crazy. Jake's already had a long week, so I'm tired and sweaty. Gonna take a shower and probably veg out a little bit tonight. But it's been a blast talking with all of y'all. A little bit about Saw X and all this other crazy shit. So let's get excited. Like I said, new video tomorrow, talking about Terrifier 3. I don't know if I'm going to go live on Friday. I have a lot of weird shit to do this week, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be live again until next Monday. But definitely live on Monday, as always. We always do that. But I don't know. It's a maybe for Friday right now. But oh my God, it's been a blast talking with all you guys. Y'all are the best. Thanks for watching my video today, too. If you did check that out, go check it out if you haven't. But thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Appreciate you guys. And have a great rest of your week. And as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all. Peace out!